Hey, today I got a box from Amazon. It, I think, has a new camp stove in it. Yeah. Now, I like the Trangia. You probably like the Trangia. Everyone likes the Trangia. However, this is a Chinese knockoff. And I think it's actually more of a knockoff of the Esbit than the Trangia. But you know how these Chinese companies work. They get the plans and the manufacturing license from Esbit or whoever, and then after they've made theirs for Esbit, then they continue manufacturing cheap Chinese ones. So I was just gonna take a look at this. The ALOCS, Dreams Make a Difference. Great Chinese logo there. Dreams make a difference. God, that's inspiring, isn't it? What's this down here? FDA. Now, why would it need FDA? Oh well. Yeah, did that wrong, huh? I probably won't need to use this box again. Ooh. It comes with a little pouch. Now, the reason I got this is because I love my Trangia. However, I've only got one, and I'd rather use it in my bug out bag, and I find myself frequently taking it out and using it around the house or in the, around the area here, and I want to have one when I need it. So this is going to be one that I use around the house, and I'll just put the Trangia and pack it up. But I like that this comes with a bag. It was not advertised as having that. It feels to be moderately decent nylon type bag. Got a drawstring. It's got, I don't know what you call this type of fabric. Okay. And the burner and the stand for it. Now, I think the Trangia burner by itself starts out at roughly $17. And then if you want the stand for it, the Westwind stand at least is going to bring that up to somewhere in the 20s. So this whole kit was only, I think I paid $14 or $15 on Amazon, and if I had waited and got it on eBay, I found it on eBay like the next day for like $12. Same exact thing. So they say that's stainless steel. Doesn't feel like stainless steel. Maybe it is. Maybe it's real thin stainless steel with a really heavy paint job. It's got your little knobs here on the side to keep the Trangia in the center, or to keep the ALOC in the center. And the ALOC. Let's take a look. Doesn't have the Trangia T on the bottom. That's your first indicator. Sounds like that's got stuff in it still. Simmer ring fits on there very nicely. Doesn't fall off. Pretty snug. I even like that little ding noise it makes. It's got that little notch in it. Trangias don't have that. Oh yeah, they do. I didn't even notice. This is, wow, I guess Esbit just knocked off the Trangia. And then ALOC knocked off Esbit. Now this one's got stuff in it, so it's hard to gauge. I mean, this one feels light, but it could be just a difference in the They both got this little ring here that, I don't know what you'd call that. Problem with the Trangia, and this is bizarre, they paint, yeah, see, I got this shit all over my hand. They paint the lid with some kind of powder coat or something, and if you use it enough, it's eventually just going to burn up. If you have a big, if this thing's been boiling for a long time and it's really hot, you put the lid on, sometimes it still tries to keep burning, and oftentimes this paint job on top gets ruined. I had another one that I saw that did not do that, and I'm sure they don't all do that, but if you use them long enough, they probably will. That's why it's baffling to me why they would bother painting this piece to begin with. It doesn't seem necessary. I don't get it. But anyway, they did not paint that on this one. So, nearly identical. This one feels a little tinier. It does have this little thing. I mean, I guess this could be useful, but it's probably still going to be too hot to use anyway, so I'm not sure that this puts it head and shoulders above the simmering on the Trangia. Oh, did you see that? Very first time opening it, just popped right out. So that seems a little bit chintzy. I don't think I screwed up, but I'll know better than to pull on this very hard. So it seems to operate just like the Trangia. Shiny. And the stove. It seems like everything on this one is a little bit more pronounced. The embellishments, these little dimples on the top seem a little bit more embellished, and these rings around here seem a little bit more exaggerated on this. I don't know if it's just because this one's so used. Now, Hiram Cook did a video on which one of these consumed more fuel. He pointed out that this has 26 holes, alternating big and small, 13 of each. He says that the Trangia has 24 holes, I think, and that they're somewhere between the size of the big and small. So this has medium holes on this one. Probably won't be able to get it on camera, but I wonder if this has got any kind of a yeah, I can't see if it's got any kind of cloth in there or anything to wick up the fuel, but we know the Trangia does. So yeah, I mean, I guess I like to use isopropyl instead of methanol because of its, you know, it does have some antiseptic uses and things like that. I don't want to really cook anything here. I just want to watch it flour up. So once this goes going, I guess I'll go ahead and light this one too, since I've got it out. See if we can tell any immediate difference. And, you know, it's not really a fair test considering how much more used the one on the right is. Okay, so the ALOCS is lit. It's pretty good time to get started, considering how little fuel I put in, just a little over half a shot glass. And there goes Trangia. So right away you can see the difference in the jets. You can, on the video, you can really only see the big jets going on this one. On this one you can see them all going. I probably need to clean this, because some of them seem to be a little bit clogged. I don't know, maybe you can see the smaller jets. Yeah, I don't think I'll get this to focus. However, the bloom is much bigger on the left. I don't know if that means hotter. I assume it means hotter. But hotter is not always good. Sometimes, like, these are the type of stoves you want to be able to cook over. If you just want to heat something or warm something, you could use one of these, or, you know, this is generic Sterno Duraflame. You can get Sterno. It's not really good for cooking anything. It's good for warming things up. These are the kind you want to use to cook with. And if I just wanted to super heat water, I would use one of these. I'm sure I've got a better one laying around, but this is just one of the jet stoves you make out of the aluminum beer bottles like this. Now the Coors beer bottles won't work. You got to get Budweiser, I think. But yeah, there's a tutorial. I'll put a link down below to Hiram's comparison of the Trangia and this one, and I'll put a video to, and I think it was IntenseAngler who made a demonstration on these. But if you're just going for water boiling ability, I've had 2 cups of water in a canteen cup boil in one of these in under 4 minutes, like something like 3 minutes 20 seconds. Yeah. Wow, that got hot quick. Put a little bit more in. So just to show the difference in, if you just, I mean, this gets so hot once this one shoots up, you can't really cook over it. It will just burn anything. But if you just wanted to boil water for sterilizing it or whatever, the one on the right you can't go wrong with. And yeah, it's not exactly the same as a penny stove. I don't think you can get the kind of intense jets you can out of this with a penny stove, but it's basically the same concept. You just have to use these aluminum bottles instead of aluminum cans. Damn. Once this one on the right picks up, it's going to really go. And that's kind of what I'm worried about on this left one. It's almost going to be like required to use the simmering to keep it lower from this, because this is too high, too strong. Let's see, there you go. Just, you can put that with like machine cloth or with a just a 1-inch pot stand. You can boil water super fast with one of these, but again, that's about all it's good for. So, I should have done before I lit it on fire to see how it fits in this. And another, again, the reason I got the cheaper set instead of just simply getting another Trangia is because if I'm using this one in the backyard or at a neighbor's house or whatever nearby, it doesn't have to go in my bug out bag. And this is hard to pack. It takes up a lot of space. It's a waste of space. With this, you know, it breaks down real nice and comfortably fits in the MSR. Get handkerchief, get the stove in here, your tools, whatever, seasonings. But I doubt they would fit, but if I had the stove in next to it or inside of it, then I'm wasting all this space here. So I just figure this one is probably the one for the bug out bag. Trangia fits in this nicely. And like I said, there's already video comparisons about some other things on these, so I'll just put links for them and not bother redoing it. Still a little wiggle room. There's no wiggle room with the West Wind Triangle one, but I guess it's immaterial probably. And I do like that this comes with this little pouch. Now I know they make this pouch for the Trangia, but I think it has to cost like $5–10 more or something, and buy it separately off Amazon at least, unless you bought the big kit. So I don't know. I just thought I would share that with you. Peace.